Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you again, Nelly. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
hmm
How was your day today?
It was really good. I got up and I took my girls to school. Well, not to school. I took them to the bus stop, and they got on the bus. I came back in the house. I cleaned up a little bit, and then I got online and I looked for some jobs.
Okay, so you had a pretty productive day today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I came here.
Okay, so in this moment right now, you feel good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well that's good. That's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some notes again, like I did last session. If that's
Okay.
with you. Okay. So how was your week?
My week went really well also. I did what you told me to do, which was the journal.
How
So
was that? Getting used to that?
it was hard at first because I'm not used to writing, but it made me get up and do something
Okay.
with my day. So that was helpful a little bit. And then I took the girls to the bus stop one day, like a couple days out the week, and then one day I actually went to the store after taking them to school.
Okay.
So I drove for the first time in a while, and then went to the grocery store. So that was like a big step for me.
Okay, and how were you feeling emotionally that day? So did you wake up in a really good positive mood? That's kind of helped you go to the store.
Yes. The day before, I had told you I took the girls to school, and they really, well, to the bus stop. I keep saying school, but they really enjoyed that. So with them being so happy that I got up, it kind of motivated me to get up and take them actually to school, and then just continue on down the street to the store and do some grocery shopping.
And how did that make you feel as a mom? Since you haven't done it in a while, and seeing those smiles on your daughter's faces.
Oh, it was great. Like I like seeing my kids that happy. Before I thought they were, happy and fine, but after seeing how genuinely happy and excited they were to see me get up and do for them, it made me feel really really good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So let's talk about the grocery shop. I know that was a little uncomfortable for you in the beginning since it's been a while. So tell me what was going on through your mind, Walk me through the process of you pulling up to the parking lot, getting out.
Pulling up, I was okay. I was good. And then once I got out the car and walked into the store and then grabbed the grocery cart, it kind of hit reality that I was doing this for the first time in a really long time. And I became overwhelmed just a little bit, but I still felt good. Like I kept saying I could do this, and I was kind of thinking back. I didn't have my journal, but I was thinking back to my journal of, this is something that I can write down for the day and think about what I can do better. Maybe I don't know. But as I'm walking through the grocery store, it became, like I said, overwhelming for me. Um, I did have some doubts when I was in there, and I kind of got sad a little bit. I seen like a family in there, and I kind of thought like I could never be like them. So that made me really sad and kind of brought me down a little bit from being excited like how I was.
And what made you feel like you could never be like them?
Um, I don't know. It was just like seeing them as a family. It made me think about my family and how we used to go grocery shopping together and how I was so happy at that time in my life. But now it's just like, it's just me and my girls, and I barely want to get up. So seeing that, I felt like I could never be like them.
Okay. So I'm gonna pause that thought for a moment, and then we're gonna kind of work our way back up to that, just to kind of see what exactly your thought in that moment. What made you think that way, and so I kind of want to go back to make sure other than that, the rest of your week was fine. No bad days. It was pretty much good.
I had one really bad day, to the point where my mom had to come over.
Okay.
But that was the only day that I really had backtracked.
And any reason why you think that day was so bad?
Um, I think it was the day before I tried to do some job searches and it really didn't turn out too well. Um, I think I overwhelmed myself
Mm-hmm.
with looking for too many jobs or looking for the right job that would
Okay.
fit me. So that kind of brought my mood down a lot that day, and I did it towards the end of the night when the girls were going to sleep because that day I had a good day. I got them ready for bed and made them dinner and everything. So I think that job search really
It
just,
was a little bit too much.
it was a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel like do you think the journal has been helping you out this week
Yes.
at all?
Yes,
So
it
it has
has.
been helpful.
Yes. Some days I'll write down a paragraph, and other days I would write down just happy or it was a good day.
Okay,
And
well
when
that's
I
good.
reflected
That's
back,
wonderful.
it, it it helped me see that, especially when I wrote down a paragraph, if I was feeling some type of way about something that happened in that day, it made me realize that some of those things that I worry about aren't that big of a deal.
Well, Nelly, I'm very proud to hear you say that. That is a very
Thank you.
good, a good positive step towards progression. And I'm glad you're able to realize that on your own just by reading your thoughts, because not a lot of people are able to do that.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings me into what I would like to get this session going towards. Um, it's pretty much to explain what automatic thoughts are.
Okay.
And that's kind of the thoughts that you think of that comes first in your mind without you consciously knowing it. For instance, when you were at the grocery store, like you said, and you seen that family or families that was grocery shopping together, and you were alone, and the first thing that came to your mind was, I don't think I can be like that family. Those are negative thoughts, but they're automatic thoughts. Something that can be controlled with a little training, which is what I would like for us to, get started.
Okay.
And it just basically makes you become more aware of those thoughts. That to control that feeling of being sad after you think of that thought, or getting angry or irritated, and just wanting to stay home because you've seen that family, and those are things we can work on together if that's okay with you.
Yes, that would be good.
Okay, so do you kind of understand the process, or you know exactly what automatic thoughts are now that I kind of explained it to you a little bit?
Yes. So from my understanding, automatic thoughts is that thought that pops into your head that you really don't realize it, and I kind of act on that thought and go deeper and deeper into it instead of saying, well, this is just a thought in this moment and it's not true.
Right. That's exactly very good.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is, and I'm glad you were able to kind of get that pretty fast. And I'm quite impressed, I must say. So based off the homework assignment you have been doing with the journaling, and now that I've told you about the automatic thought process, do you think you can kind of like look back and see, based off what you were thinking in that moment, and how, if that wasn't the situation, you could have thought differently?
Yeah, I think I can. If I review some of my notes and paragraphs that I wrote down and think about my feelings in that moment and try to see exactly why those thoughts pop into my head. Sometimes it's hard identifying them because I've been like this for a while now. And so when my mom came over that day, she kind of made me realize that I probably do have a problem with depression and being sad a lot of the time. So I'm glad that I'm here talking with you, so it'll help me get past that and get back to my normal life before how I was before my divorce.
And I'm so happy to hear, and that's very good to hear, and I'm very proud of you. So just acknowledge that there are times where you do feel these kind of feelings and depressed, but not everyone can acknowledge that and is willing to work on getting better. Because it doesn't have to be that way. And all it takes is just a little thought and a little help, a little push. So I'm glad that homework assignment last week helped. So what I would like to work on is, I know you said you did have one bad day, which is good compared to the prior weeks, and you called your mother. What exactly did your mother come out and do?
Well, that day I hadn't gotten up out the bed, or I did get up out the bed. I moved to the sofa, so I had laid there all day. The kids came home. They were kind of saying they were hungry, but I just could not get up. Wasn't the normal things in the house that they could eat, like their little macaronis or the hot pockets. So I would actually have to get up and cook, and I just couldn't do it. So they called their grandma. They know when I get like this, they'll call grandma. And so she came over and cooked dinner for them, put them into the bed, and she kind of just sat with me and tried to talk to me, but I didn't open up to her a lot. So, but she just sat with me and asked if it was okay for her to leave after a few hours, and I told her it was okay.
Now, when we had our very first session, you did bring to my attention that you do have siblings, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and where are these siblings? Do you keep in contact with them at all?
Well, I try to. They have kids of their own, and sometimes they'll video chat us so they can, see their cousins. My girls can see their cousins. But their one sibling is in North Carolina, and the other sibling is over in Texas.
So you don't really talk as much?
No, we don't. But like I said, we try to, but they are really busy with everything, their family, so.
Okay. So what I would like, as far as homework for this coming week, is to pretty much reach out to your siblings, just to check, see how their lives are going, and express to them that you do miss them, because I'm sure you do.
I do.
And just basically get an update, not necessarily too much, because I know there is a distance that kind of plays a part of it. But kind of see when is the next time you guys can meet up. And, I know summer is approaching, so maybe that's something that can be kind of talked about and worked towards as a family.
Okay.
I'm sure that would be something good to,
it would.
get some more support.
Yeah, it would. Mom. Yeah.
So, I would like to say that this session was pretty good. So I'm glad to hear that you did have a good experience in the store, other than the seeing the family in the picture. But that's something we can work on together, and identifying these thoughts that may come up and kind of get more confidence about it. Is there any feedback or anything that you wish that we can do, or in the future, something you would like to do, or how do you think this session was for you?
This session was really good for me. I didn't realize what I was doing to myself and to my emotional well-being by always being so negative and thinking down upon myself when something so minor occurred. So I felt like it was really good that you explained it to me, and I have a better understanding of what I was doing to myself. One thing that I would like to work on maybe for our next session is talking a little bit about my husband, well, ex-husband now. I felt like that's when I became really sad after I found out he cheated on me. So maybe exploring that a little bit can help me overcome the next part into making me feel better.
Okay, and I'm very proud to hear you say that. I know that is one part of your life that is difficult to get over, because you spent so many years with this one person, and And I know that can be very difficult to deal with.
Yes, it
So I would
is.
like to acknowledge how good I am to hear you say that and want to work on that in the next session. You know, I look
Okay.
forward to that.
Oh,
Okay?
yes.
So is everything else okay? Any other?
Yes, everything else is good. And I really enjoyed this session with you.
Okay, and I'd also like for you to continue journaling.
Okay.
And in that session, I would love for you to bring it in.
Okay.
So we can kind of go through it together and just look back on previous thoughts compared to your thoughts now
Okay.
for this upcoming week and just to see a little difference. Hopefully there's a shift.
Okay.
Okay?
I can bring it in next week.
Okay, perfect.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you
It was
today,
nice
darling.
seeing you again.
Let me see.